Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Thomas Jefferson said, "If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done." Benjamin Franklin said, "Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning." Basically, get off your duff, get to working. You've got dreams, you've got goals. You've got to do what it takes to get them. Like, subscribe, comment, show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. If you want to contact me via social media, or if you want to help me out via Patreon, I have a link tree down below that has all that information. Now, what I am going to cover today is about a mining issue dealing with tribal land. Some of this is quite kind of questionable as to why certain things are going on. Other bits of it is, why are we catering to these things? But the name of the tribe is Hualapai tribe. It's in Arizona, and they are in court fighting over some lithium clay and the drilling of it that is supposed to be happening next to, and I do mean very next to, one of their sacred springs. Well, there's a whole lot to take in on this. This isn't just a simple, hey, they're arguing just to be argumentative. No, there's actually some gist behind what they're saying. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to first talk about the springs that they're worried about. Hakamwe means warm springs in their native language. It's fed by water naturally stored underground in volcanic rocks that seal it off from land surface above, aka confined volcanic aquifer. Where it is, it's part of the Cholla Canyon Ranch in Wickiup, Arizona, where the Mojave and Sondoran deserts meet within the Big Sandy River Basin. The ranch is managed by the tribe, while the ancestral homelands of the people surrounding the site are currently managed by BLM. This is about 2 hours from Phoenix, 2 hours from Las Vegas, and 6 hours from LA. Lithium mine Hawkstone Mining Limited, an Australian company, and I'm going to get back to that because I'm sitting here going, why is an Australian company involved in American mining? But, okay, is developing the Big Sandy Lithium project to mine lithium containing clay. The next stage of exploration drilling would surround the tribal land, including Hakamwe, on 3 sides, destroying cultural sites and blocking access to the oasis for desert wildlife. Exploration drilling is less than 700 feet from the spring. The proposed mine includes massive open pit mine, sulfuric acid plant to produce acid for extracting lithium from clay, slurry line to transport material from the mine to Kingman 50 miles away, pumping groundwater from slurry line and extraction process, 24-hour lights plus noise, construction of numerous access roads and drill pads. Who is protecting Hakamwe? Ivan Bender, caretaker of Cholla Ranch, and he's a tribal member, is leading the effort to protect this sacred place. Now, that's on protecthakamwe.org. Now, this is Bender's a tribal member's properties caretaker, and this is going to be from NPR. Had no input when the company came onto tribal land to access spots where they drilled the holes. In other words, companies are coming onto tribal land without permission. Imagine them doing this on your property. they're coming onto the tribal land and drilling holes to try to find more lithium. So that's one of the things. They're also Bender's Ranch is home to Hakamwe, the turquoise blue hot springs, and that was the first picture that I put up on the tribal land. He scoops some algae out of the water and springs. Water is important in the water this water right here. The tribe considers this water healing and sacred. There's one of our elders, the way she described it is, you're on holy land, you're on holy ground. But Bender says not long after the Australian mining company Arizona Lithium started drilling exploration holes, the spring's waters went down. Arizona Lithium declined to directly answer NPR's questions. So this is what the tribe is dealing with right now. And this is on their property. This isn't on federal land that the tribe is claiming. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is the simple fact of that lithium has become an exceedingly important chemical in batteries and several other bits of technology. But battery technology is needing it strongly right now. So we need to talk about why we need to develop that, which is batteries, not just on the green front, but batteries overall is something that can fuel so much of our need for the next century or longer. Now, lithium is kind of common, but not as common as you would think. Australia is the number one place that produces it, which is why they have so many of the more popular companies that mine it. Chile is next, another not so bad country. China produces the third amount, along with they also have the largest amount of refining capability. They also use it the most since most factories in the world anymore are located in China. Argentina, which is got a few problems, but not so much anymore. Brazil, which is becoming a major problem, but Argentina and Brazil, and then there's Zimbabwe, it's Africa. Those don't produce as much as you would think. Then there's Canada, Portugal, of all places, and the United States comes in at 9, but they don't really disclose what their production numbers are. So most of the lithium seems to be in areas that a lot of tribes are concerned with. No joke. A lot of the mining for lithium, but then again though, if you take a look at what a lithium mine does to the land, it ain't pretty. They destroy the land to get to the lithium. And let's put it this way, it's far more destructive than drilling for oil. Far more destructive than drilling for oil. And this is Arizona. There's not a lot of good land there to begin with. So that's a problem. But let's discuss something else next. Okay, here's another concern, and it's not tribal, it's not environmental. How much of this mining of any resource in this country is being done by foreign entities? Think about that for a minute. A lot of our uranium mining in this country is being done by foreign entities. We had to run off the Russians from having a uranium mine here because, well, one, it was Russia, and two, they were not abiding by the dictates of the government. They were making sure that it was going to them instead of going to either the US or to Japan, which was the agreement for them having a mine here. That agreement was done under the Obama administration, and it took the Trump administration to get rid of them. And that mine was closed down. That was a fairly active uranium mine. And now you have lithium mines coming into the U.S. because, well, the world needs lithium. And the company that they're talking about, which is going under two names, Hawkstone in Arizona, it is hiding the fact that this is an Australian company. It is not an American company. Get that in your head for a minute. All of this mining that's happening in the U.S., very little of it is actually being done by U.S. companies. That is taking money away from us. Yes, it's bringing in jobs, but it's taking the profits away. American companies, if they're making profits, especially in the country, are going to have ways to make America better. But these companies are not the ones that are being picked. It's always foreign entities being picked. So, that's bad on an economic level. And people need to pay attention to that. Really, they do. And it also sounds like they're willing to violate tribal land to get at this. So that's another concern. Look, I understand the tribal concerns on this particular mining situation. If they're trespassing on tribal land, that's a major concern. That's one of the main reasons of the founding of this country, which is property freedom, because property equals rights. It really does. And then you've got the problem of lithium mines are pretty nasty things. Seriously, if you don't believe me, look it up. You don't have to be an environmentalist. You don't have to be a greenie to realize that lithium mines really do destroy the area around them. But then again, though, most of these so-called green initiatives destroy what's around them. And then you've got the fact of that we continuously allow foreign companies to come into this country and mine our resources. They take that profit back home. So American companies are not getting that profit, which means that they're not increasing their ability to do things here in the U.S. Lithium is a necessary thing for so many bits of technology nowadays. And yes, I believe that it needs to be mined, but somebody, truly, somebody needs to bring about some common sense when it comes to lithium. Now, do I want to see Hualapai destroyed? No, by no means. That is looking very beautiful. And it is sacred to the tribe. They actually control it. It's not on federal land. So there needs to be some common sense brought into this. Plus, what all that could happen in destroying the tribal way of life needs to be examined. But at the same time, we need to examine what we need to do in this country, because there's a lot of tribes that are blocking mining in this country. A lot of tribes are blocking mining in this country. We've got natural resources, and we should not be relying on other countries. We shouldn't be relying on them to mine our stuff, and we shouldn't be relying on other countries when we have the resources here. That needs to be looked into. This needs to be thought about, and that's why I brought this up. I don't have all the answers because this is a difficult discussion, but you seriously need to examine the whole thing, because this is hurting jobs, this is hurting technology advancement, and it's also hurting the land in a lot of ways. So, this has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. If you like this video and want to discuss with me more topic ideas, go ahead. And also, if you want to hear more of my ideas or see more topics that I bring up, subscribe. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.